Guys, let's talk about this new film, Eye in the Sky. It's a political thriller with some really great cast members, including Helen Mirren, Aaron Paul, Barkhad Abdi, and rest in peace to the late Alan Rickman. Where our world is under constant threat from terrorism, and so we have a new way of fighting these insurgents, which is by way of drone warfare. So here we have Helen Rickman playing Colonel Catherine Powell. She's a high-ranking military official who's been tracking down these terrorists for some time. On the other side of the world, we have this character, Aaron Paul, who plays Steve Watts. He's the drone pilot. Together they are tracking these insurgents. Furthermore, to add to the plot, we have Alan Rickman's character. He's playing a high-ranking government official. And they've been tracking these insurgents for some time. Through the help of Barkhad Abdi's character, they've tracked these people down to Nairobi, Kenya. These insurgents. The film poses a lot of ethical questions. What happens in this film is that we have this young little girl standing on the side of the road who's an innocent third party simply selling bread. She's in a blast radius. But they have noticed that there are suicide vests inside the house where these wanted terrorists, these are wanted people. So now they have to decide, should we destroy these terrorists by way of drone strike, or should we let them carry on their way and let them carry out an even bigger attack on the outside world? Because military intervention is out of the option now, it quickly has escalated from a capture option to a kill only option. So the film deals with a lot of back and forth moments between governments, between officials, high-ranking officials, questioning morals, ethics. What do you do? How do you do it? How do you get around it? And the whole time you're sitting there thinking, what would I do? How could I survive this? How could I play this out in my mind if I was one of them? And it gets you thinking, this is what people are doing every day in their daily lives, or you're just sitting there watching a movie, while you're carrying out your daily job, whatever you happen to do, working in an office, working in a restaurant, a cafe. There are high-ranking people out there who are faced with these massive problems. But the acting by Mirren and the acting by the late Alan Rickman is just superb. They have this great chemistry together, and you can even see a lot of human moments in the film when Rickman is in a store and he's facing the human problem of purchasing a doll for a little girl, for something so simple, something that we deal with every day, but for him it's a difficult task. And you can see the humanity of these characters as well. Not to mention Mirren, she definitely breaks the stigma of the type of role that she plays, because she's a woman playing a really high-ranked role in the military. She conveys herself brilliantly. And Aaron Paul has really upped himself ever since the last film I saw him in was Need for Speed, but he does really well in this film. He really pulls this role off brilliantly. And you can see his emotion and his humanity in the way that he has to decide, what would you do? Because he doesn't want to risk killing an innocent third party in all of this. With that in mind, I will say you should definitely check this film out. It'll definitely have you wanting to ask questions. It's not a very long movie, but it is a very thorough movie that covers a lot of ground in the fight against terror. And whether or not this actually happens, I'm pretty sure this is the way they would go about it as well. But we hear about these stories in the media, and we can only help but feel for the people involved. But now I've got an even more understanding, and I feel for the military personnel that also have to deal with these scenarios. I thoroughly enjoyed the suspenseful moments in this film. I have not much to say about the film negatively, because there's not a lot that you can say when they've pulled it off brilliantly. I will say again, rest in peace, Alan Rickman. You were a great actor, and this is one of your best works. This film could easily get the rank of standing ovation from me, but I'm going to be very generous and just give it a 4.5 out of 5 and say you should definitely pick this up on Blu-ray or DVD if you haven't already done so. This is well worth a look in, and easily, for me, one of my favourite films of the year. Very intense film, very moving, but one that you'll definitely get a better understanding of when you watch this film. With that in mind, I hope you do check it out, and I hope you like this video. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe this channel, and I'll have a few more reviews coming up for you in the future. Thank you. Peace out.